Hey everybody, welcome here. My name is Emma and this is my channel where I like to share with you all of my yarn related activities. And today that is going to be a tour of my yarn stash. I will insert some video footage of my yarn stash now for you. You can see I have my cozy little love seat. I've got 4 shelves here. The bottom one has my sweater quantities of yarn that I have, for the most part, decided what I'm going to do with. The second shelf has my kind of smaller quantities of yarn for making things like shawls and maybe some summer tees and socks, and then you've got my mohair. The third shelf has the yarn that I have to knit for other people. Definitely more colorful, not really my go-tos. For myself, I have a lot of knitting planned for my boys and my nieces, and the color scheme definitely reflects that. So that first shelf, going from left to right, first up we have Knit Picks Swish, which is in their DK weight in the color Squirrel Heather. This is their fine superwash merino wool. I have this planned for another Monday sweater and I am just so excited about it. Oh, this year is all about the closet basics for me, and I think we can all pretty much agree that the Monday sweater is a must-have for a wardrobe basic. Next is another DK weight that I also have earmarked for another Monday sweater. This is Drops Lima. They're 65% wool, 35% alpaca. This does not have the color name on it, but it is listed as color 9024. I found mine on Lind Hobby, but I know Wool Warehouse also carries it. And next is Drops Nepal, which is their worsted weight mix of wool and alpaca again, which I just love the combination because it's like next to skin soft without having to hold anything with it. It's just great. This is their color 8912 for my handmade by Florence step-by-step cardigan, which I'm so excited about because she has done a whole amazing YouTube video to go along with this sweater, and I think it's just the best thing ever. And I have already bought the pattern, I've bought the yarn, it is happening. Next is Knit Picks Wool of the Andes in the color Moral. This is 100% Peruvian Highland wool. This is a worsted weight, 100% Peruvian Highland wool, again in the color Moral. This I am holding with this mohair from my top shelf, not to skip ahead, but it's Drops Kid Silk mohair in the color Malva. This is my Salty Days sweater by Katova Kika. I have cast this on, I have finished the back yoke, and I'm making a vlog for it. So if you're at all interested in seeing that and you have not already, please subscribe. Next is Lucky Brand yarn, 50% cotton, 50% superwash merino. This is the color Irish Cream and another worsted weight. This is gonna become my remake of the Lakes pullover by Ozetta, and I am hoping that the color is gonna look okay on me. Let me know what you think. Is this a good color choice? Next, I have Knit Picks Swish again, worsted weight this time. However, this is their color Seaweed, which is currently out of stock, but they assured me they're bringing it back. This is their 100% fine superwash merino wool. And I had thought to make this another cumulus blouse, but I'm not sure. This is kind of undecided, but I really want to make the cumulus blouse again. But you know how it has the I-cord V-neck, which I love, I will keep that. But the I-cord at the sleeves and the bottom hem, I'm thinking I might switch to ribbing Has anybody done that? If so, can you please let me know how it went for you and like what you changed to make it work? Because I'm imagining like for the sleeves, I can just do a couple of less decreases and then just do ribbing. It's not that hard, right? And I feel like I would just like that look a lot better. And like when I'm wearing it casually around the house, I just want to push my sleeves up while I'm doing dishes. And that works just so much better with the ribbing than it does with the I-cord bind off, as well as the bottom hem. So if anyone's done that, please let me know. I am really keen to give that a try. Next is Knit Pick Swish again. I'm sorry guys, I got really excited about all their awesome colors. This is the color Cider in their worsted weight. Again, 100% fine superwash merino wool. And not sure about this one either. I have a lot of ideas, but I just like my basics, so we'll see. And then for my second shelf, from left to right, I have Patton's Croy sock yarn, which I have intentions of making a camisole number 5 with. I have gauge swatched and I meet gauge with this yarn for the camisole number 5. So I just have to do it. I have the pattern, I just have to do it. Isn't that the worst thing ever when you just have to get over that little hump of, I just have to cast on something new and I just have to try it and it'll be okay. I just have to do it. And then I just take off like crazy when I finally get started on it. That's me. Then I have Drops Flora, which is the same alpaca wool combination as the other Drops yarns I just mentioned. This, I forget the color name. It's color 07 though. It is their fingering weight version of that yarn. And this is going to be my Alex Hood by, I can't remember the designer's name, but it is Knitting for Olive. And I have a couple of cakes of this gorgeous hand-dyed fingering weight sock yarn. This is by Bigfoot Yarn Co., who is a lovely indie dyer that I enjoy following on Instagram. I don't know that she has things in stock right now. I know she was doing a holiday special with like mystery dyes and on sale, so that's really cool. I'll link her website below just so you guys can check her out. And she goes by Bigfoot Yarn Co. on Instagram. And this is the colorway Heathen. I don't really have a plan for this. I had intended these gorgeous yarns from her to become a camisole number 5, but it's just too fine of a sock yarn for me to meet gauge with that because I knit so tightly. But I think I need to find something special, especially for this yarn, because this is her colorway Lenore, which is my dear grandmother's name. So I have to make something special with this. And I have 2 hanks of both colors. So if you have any ideas on what I can do with 2 hanks of 463 yards of a very fine sock yarn, besides just socks, like obviously that's a consideration. But if you have any ideas for anything a little bit extra special, let me know in the comments, please. Then I have probably way too many. I'm a little bit crazy because I love this color so much. This is Knitting for Olive. Their cotton merino blend in the color Terracotta Rose, and I just love this color so much. I have plans to make a cumulus tee. I believe there's a cumulus tank, so I kind of want to make both of those. I'm hoping this can become both a cumulus tee and a cumulus tank. An assortment of Patton's Croy sock yarns. This one is their Midnight Orchid. This one is their Celestial Colors. This is intended to be a pair of socks for one of my friends. This is their plum color. And then this one is their cascade colors. And these are all more or less intended to be socks for friends or family. I just have to get to it. Then we have my mohairs up there as well. This is actually Drops alpaca silk, brushed alpaca silk, sorry, in the color 21. This is just an awesome, fluffy mohair alternative, and I really like it. I don't have something to do with this yet. I'm hoping to find a yarn that will match it and maybe do a nice, cozy, fluffy sweater. So if you know a yarn offhand that might match this color, let me know. And then this is my Drops Kid Silk mohair in the color Malva that I am doing my Salty Day sweater out of. And just here's a side-by-side comparison of the Drops brushed alpaca and the Drops soft silk mohair, in case anyone's curious. And then I have 2 balls of the Drops alpaca silk in the color 5 left over from when I made my lakes pullover. And I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it, but I'll figure something out. And then for the top shelf, those messy looking blobs up there is Knit Picks Swish in their bulky weight. Again, this is 100% super fine merino wool in their bulky weight. This is going to become a petite knit Sophie shawl. I probably have way too many hanks of this up there. Then I have a handful of cakes of Lion brand Kobu, which is their 51% cotton and 49% rayon from Bamboo blend. And this is their colorway Taupe. This I'm going to make another camisole number 5 or another camisole out of. This is Knit Picks Wool of the Andes worsted weight, 100% Peruvian Highland wool, which I am making my son's Petite Knit Monday Sweater Junior out of. I will be sharing that in my next podcast. Beside that is the same yarn that my son picked out, my eldest picked out for his sweater. This is in the colorway Phoenix. I'm sorry, and this is Tranquil. Beautiful. And this is Phoenix. Then I just have a couple of leftover hanks of Lion brand Fisherman's wool. This is their 100% rustic wool, and this is great. I can wear it next to skin, but it's a little bit prickly. This is what I knit my first Monday sweater out of, and I definitely got too large a gauge in it, obviously, but it was my first time and I was learning, and I still wear that sweater just a whole bunch. And this held with the Drops alpaca silk is what I made my Lakes pullover out of, and it turned out just so perfect. It blocked so beautifully. It was soft and comfortable, and next to skin, velvety, soft and fluffy. I was really sad that that turned out just a little bit too big for my preferences, so I did pass that sweater on, but I have every intention of remaking it. Maybe not in that exact combination, but I am remaking it for sure. And then last Knit Picks Swish in the color Conch in their worsted weight is this fine superwash merino wool that I am hoping to turn into a couple of sweaters for my nieces. I've got 12 balls up there, and it's 110 yards So I should have enough to make 2 sweaters for my lovely little nieces. And lastly, I am so excited about this because I hit 1,000 subscribers last week and my mind is just blown. I had a goal to meet 1,000 subscribers by my birthday at the end of January. So hitting it a month early was just the very best Christmas present I could have gotten. And it did happen on Christmas Day. So thank you guys so much. Now I did tease that I was gonna do a giveaway when I hit 1,000K, and I hopped right on Knit Picks. Of course, I'm sorry, I just love Knit Picks. They're affordable, they're quality, they have so many options. They're a really good starting point. And I picked out my favorite color, Knit Pick Stroll, fingering weight sock yarn. It's fine, 75% fine superwash merino and 25% nylon. And this is 231 yards in the colorway cider. And I have 2 balls of 230 yards each. So together it should be more than enough to make a gorgeous pair of socks. And if you would like to win these, just comment cider, which is the colorway, cider, C-I-D-E-R, in the comments, and I will randomly pick one of you guys and I will announce it in my next video, which will be setting up my Ravelry queue and my Ravelry stash for all of my stash yarns. So if you want to enter to win my 1K giveaway sock yarn, comment cider in the comments and make sure that you like this video and comment cider to be entered. Thank you guys so much for getting me to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for being here. It is just the best little creative outlet that I could have, and getting to talk to you guys about all these yarns and my knitting goals and plans and what I'm currently working on. It's just the best socializing for my introverted self. And having other people on the side of the screen who care about knitting as much as I do, it just gives me that sense of community that I don't really have as far as knitting goes. I have one really good friend that crochets. I have not crocheted yet. It seems really scary to me, but I at least have one really good friend in real life that I can talk to about yarn and can share my enthusiasm on yarn hauls and my shelves full of yarn, and that's really special to me. But I love talking to all of you guys about it. So thank you again for being here. Be sure to like this video and comment cider if you want entered into my 1K giveaway, which again will be announced in my next video, which will be going over my Ravelry queue and getting all my plans laid out for my Make 9 for 2025. Thank you again for being here.